Hey guys, Dante here, back on another little video, and this one's gonna be a bit different because in this one I'm gonna show you how to craft any custom crit two-handed weapon, either a sword or a bow, something like this. These bows and swords are very expensive, and they are pretty RNG to craft. Now I'm gonna go through step by step on how to craft this item. So we're gonna go with a two-handed weapon. Let's go with a let's go with a sword actually. Let's go with a sword, right? So you want a exquisite blade. It has to be shaper influenced. And let's give it 30 quality and stuff like that. Okay, so for the beginning, you want to set in stone your prefixes. What you do with your prefixes is you have to spam essences of woe for increased spell damage until you get 2 good prefixes. And those prefixes are either cast on crit, +1 of socketed gems, or damage penetrates elemental resistances. Now we're gonna just keep going here until you get something good. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Usually it takes about a few essences to get something good, but you can get really unlucky and then you get something good like this. You get damage penetrates and you get another prefix. Now what you can do at this point is you have to annul, and hopefully it doesn't remove any of the mods that you want, right? If it removes this, you're gonna go back to essence spamming and you keep going. Once you get 2 good prefixes, then we can continue on the next step. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. But you get the idea, so I'm just gonna skip this and I'm gonna craft another good prefix on this for the sake of this video. Okay, so let's say we got damage penetrates elemental resistances, T1, right? Now, what did I do? Oh, my bad. Damage penetrates elemental resistance. Okay, so we got this. So pretend we have 2 good prefixes and a random suffix, right? Now, ideally, this is not the ideal situation because on the next step, we need to craft a bench mod, which is cannot roll attack modifiers. Now, blocking cannot roll attack modifiers basically guarantees that you have a higher chance of rolling the other mod that you want, which is cast on crit, +1, or Physis extra elemental. Now, because you already have the damage penetrates, you need to hit the cast on crit. And the only way to do that is by exalt slamming. Now, this, I repeat, this is not the ideal situation because you only have 2 suffixes. If you slam it, there is a chance for you to get a random suffix, like we just did. So in the perfect scenario, you have 2 prefixes and 2 suffixes. After that, you cannot roll attack mods and you slam it. And luckily, we got cast on crit, level 1, tier 1 also, pretty good. Then next step, you remove your cannot roll attack modifiers and craft prefixes cannot be changed. And the main thing you want in a cast and crit weapon is attack speed double damage. In order to do so, we need to do prefixes cannot be changed, go to harvest and reforge more common speed. Okay, now this might take a few times, a few tries, so you're gonna have, if it fails, you have to go again. Oh, this is unlucky. And there you go, you got attack speed double damage. Even if it's tier 2, it's still really good. Now, if you want to call it here a day, then you can 100% do it and just craft crit multi or something like that, right? And you got yourself a pretty nice sword. But if you want to go the next step would be to go prefixes cannot be changed again and ashling. Now, when you do this, the prefixes cannot be changed and you got a 50-50 to either remove the attack speed double damage or the prefix cannot be changed. The ideal situation is to remove the prefixes cannot be changed, which didn't happen. In this scenario, what happens? You have to go again to harvest and reforge speed. There's no point in really unveiling because it's your blade will be less valued, but you can probably sell it for a profit just because of the prefixes, and hopefully you can buy a new base and start again. That all depends on the market. At the current state of the league, I don't think it's worth it. So we're gonna go again. Prefix cannot be changed. Now, when this happens and you have got 3 suffixes, the only thing you can do is either annul, which I don't recommend, or go to harvest and reforge keep prefixes. Then you go again, prefix cannot be changed, and reforge speed. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Even if you get like a T2 attack speed, then if you're happy with it, then you can keep that as well and screw the double damage, depending all on your budget. We got even T1 attack speed. Now just one roll. Yeah, it's a bad example. Usually it doesn't take this long. There we go. We got it. Attack speed, double damage. Now, where was I? Yeah. So we can go to prefix cannot be changed, and we do our second hashling, and it removed the crafted modifier. Now, when you unveil this, you want either crit multi when a rare or unique enemy is nearby, or chance to deal double damage while focused. So in order to do that, if we go to POE DB and you go to two-handed weapons, in this case we're using two-handed swords, and you check for the modifiers that Ashling has on this. For example, in the suffixes there are a lot of possibilities. Now, the worst one there are is probably trigger socketed spells when using a skill with a 4-second cooldown. That is probably one of the worst mods that you can unveil. The other ones, attack speed, strength, attributes, and accuracy or crit chance are really good. Not ideal, but still pretty good. Attack speed and attributes is also really good. Double damage while focused, like I said, is one of the best mods that you can roll. Attack speed while a rare or unique enemy is nearby is very whatever. It's niche. It's not great for Cyclone because it can ruin your trigger rate. Crit multi while rare or unique enemies nearby is very good. So this and this, in my opinion, are the best mods that you can get. Now, to maximize your chances of getting these 2 mods, you need to block something. And I usually block either trigger socketed spells when using trigger spells, or damage per frenzy or endurance or power charge. So to do that, you just go to your bench and you craft, for example, trigger, and this guarantees that it eliminates this mod from the unveil mod pool. And now the next step would be to just simply unveil and hope for the best. Now we got lucky and we got a chance to deal double damage while focused, which is one of the best mods that you can get. And to finish off the craft, you remove the mod and you craft, and you're good to go, and your blade is all done. Now the average investment in this is a bit of expensive, as you saw, to craft one of these, but in the end game, once you have a blade like this, which is very similar to what I have, this blade is easily worth way more than what you invested in, and you can sell it for a pretty good profit if the league is still alive. In this case it's not. That's exactly how I crafted my bow as well. So the same rule applies for both bows and swords, because it's exactly the same principle. Now this, if the league wasn't dead, would sell really fast because it's got really good modifiers, and this as well. Yeah, that's it for now. That is how you craft any cast on crit two-handed weapon, bow or sword. I hope you guys found this informative and helpful. If so, please leave me a comment and make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care and stay safe.